Fili, che stai facendo? A cosa? Nintendo Switch. Guarda. Vabbè. Filippo, ma hai visto le foto, le foto del capo? Cioè, ti hanno fatto una foto, due foto a scuola, tu le rispondi al telefono e però però stanno sulla pagina del scuola. Aspetta, che non così. Oddio, così le modifichi. Cazzo. Aspetta. Come la Juventus? Che cazzo? No, non mi dire. No, dai. Aspetta, quindi ti mando due adesso. Quindi iniziare a aprire l'app. Vai, modifica tutte e tre. E poi mi metti il video, ma capito? Cioè, no, cioè, sì, te l'ho mandato. Marco, ma se lo mandi a Ele nel fatto dei soldi, sì. Secondo me, secondo me, secondo me io ci scriverei di nuovo a Cristiano, guarda, siamo arrivati a febbraio, è la prima settimana del trattamento, e i soldi che fino hanno fatto? Ah, comunque, non fino hanno fatto che devo salvare il film. Cosa? Non so. Io sì, però lo so, io penso che cioè, quindi Hai comprato il nuovo gioco? Hai comprato il nuovo gioco? No, Filippo, puoi buttare una granata, potevi buttare, Filippo. Oggi butti la granata e a, ieri, eh, mettere te in segreteria per mettere tutti il cavolo, i fogli, il, e tu e Bianca potete uscire dietro il ristorante, su tutta una granata dentro la cucina. Però pensi di farlo. Ah sì, aspetta un attimo. Sì, aspetta. Ecco, vediamo. No, vabbè. Ma che... No, no, vabbè. Se avevi una foto della Romina potevi modificare la Roma. Oh Filippo, ti continuo, eh. No, no, no. Vediamo. Aspetta, Filippo, vediamo. Ah, ancora niente, aspetta. Fammi vedere, fammi vedere. Se se hai una foto con la Romina, ti può modificare con la Roma. Ah, oddio, anche con il giocatore della Fiorentina potrebbe funzionare. Filippo, c'è il numero uno. No, vabbè. Se, se provi con un giocatore, un giocatore della Fiorentina, la, la foto da lì, dai, la foto da lì, basta. Sì. Ah, pure di aprire del caso. No, vabbè. Vabbè, vabbè, all'inizio ti do. Sabato giocano Bianca, giocano sabato. E quindi ti manca la terza da modificare. Quella di ristorante. La terza. Là però devi buttare la granata. Co- Come...
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost... It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge. It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight. Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series. This could be it. Counters. Hold on. He stops the count. Boom. He quickly gets out of dodge. Bulldog brings them down. Austin with a reversal. Turned it around with a reversal. Back in the ring. We can stay here, guys. This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, what's going through Rikishi's mind when it comes...
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocket. It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep. Fading.
Perfectly executed.
And breaks out of the sleeper.
Gosh. And look at him on monitor. It just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE. Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months. We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's. It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the shark tank that is WWE. Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We are fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them. Leg trapped. Looking for the heel hook stretch.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin really had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job. Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi is trying to take credit for all The Rock's success. Oh, man, taking it to the trachea. Veteran instincts from Austin. Jawbreak!
Edizione
I just cannot see any
2025.
legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor
Anche
Series.
lei no,
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, let's go into Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold.
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an emotional storm like he's never felt before. The big man must recover from that and use his weight to immobilize the rattle. We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here. We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job. Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, and what he's looking for here looks like a potential submission maneuver coming.
And he has no ropes to reach for. No foot. Time to start dreaming. No. Ooh, pinpointing the trachea. Ooh. And he avoids what was coming. Oh, right to the throat.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career in Stone Cold's to bring to an end.
Great awareness from Austin.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to. He'll take things into the ring. Austin just looking to humiliate his opponent. Oh, yeah, Rikishi is feeling the energy right now.
Shot to the throat. Taking this fight to such a dangerous area. There's potential danger everywhere you turn. talk so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. I gotta tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stop the tar on somebody than that.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
Saw what was coming and got out of dodge quick.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Oh, are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them. Now heading outside.
Fishing for something beneath the ring.
And now with him going for the table, we're just... Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
Oh, my!
Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Going outside. What's he got planned here? Oh, colliding with a barricade.
Catches a punch.
Rikishi looking to finish the job from 10 months ago.
Scooped up. Here it comes.
Rikishi driver.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one. The rattlesnake is in a precarious position. Driver.
And Austin is out.
And Rikishi lately has become like a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
Inside the ring.
Nails the midsection.
He fights Rikishi back. What a punch! Going for the win. He got the shoulder up in time.
Not quite enough to put him away.
continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for. Rikishi's driver
Goes to the well one more time. No one's getting up from that.
Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it. This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being, and he can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a 3-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
The challenger not taking their eyes off the championship.
And the champ is staring daggers right back at the opposition.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can't,
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Hey, let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind to John Cena. He lost his championship a year ago at the same event.
A mental hurdle Cena needs to overcome for sure. But the past is the past. I think John has a much bigger distraction in front of him right now. Oof.
Ow!
Isolating the arm.
Oh! The count continues.
Time to get back in there.
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
And you just see Cena's legs bend awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just was on his rampage. But either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And and a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's in a regular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
Many would call the AOP and 3-minute warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true they're well matched, but AOP tends to be the more methodical and calculating of the two teams. If AOP can get control of the pace and smother 3-minute warning's chaotic in-ring style, they'll be in a position to win this.
Has an answer for Akam. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Trying to end this right now. Wait a second.
Feet are on the ropes. This is illegal. Still a ways to go in this match based on that.
He gets back into the ring.
Pump handle locked in.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
That's it. 3-minute warning are done.
Rosie now on the offensive. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings.
Quick sidestep by Rosie.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
He's headed out to the ringside area.
Oh, what a knee.
And Rosie took a well-placed hit there.
A ferocious Rizar coming out here.
And that DDT was well delivered. Action now right here in front of us.
Guys, we may need to move soon.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Rizar representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
What a shot. Tension is mounting as he eyes his target.
Lift off!
All the way down to the floor.
A terribly risky move, and it did not pay off.
Ignorance could have done it better.
Had the foresight to get out of that one.
Watch for the hardcore hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
The duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating.
Here's the cover.
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Uh-oh.
The cover. It's in. He grabs the victory.
Here are your winners.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school.
And here's an early cover.
And he kicks out.
Still seems a little early.
AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents.
We got 3-minute warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
I, for one, can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one another.
Intercepted by Rosie. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding. Akam with an early cover. And a good strong kick out there.
I don't know if I would have gone for a pin so soon.
Oh, my God, a clothesline. Oh, what a clubbing blow. Catches the kick. Clothesline takes him down. Forget about it. Oh, shin breaker. Despite his toughness, Jamal actually looked pretty bothered by that one.
Yeah, he can look confident going on the attack.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Goodness gracious.
Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. He goes for the quick pin attempt. Kick out of that.
A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but this is still anybody's fight.
This is the only time anyone gets excited about garbage, when a steel trash can gets involved with a fight.
He finds a counter. From Ray.
Down. Big blow. Could be throughout the arena.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring.
Man, Rosie and Jamal Akam and Rezar representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity.
And now here's the cover. Gets there. Teammate makes the save. Lift it up. What's next?
Does the official not see the turnbuckle back?
Keep your voice down. No telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
He grabbed the ladder. This is either going to pay off or completely backfire.
Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Running power slam.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of supers. Oh, catches a kick to the face. 3-minute warning might just be done this time. Apparently locked in. I have a feeling we're about to get a front row seat, gentlemen.
Looking for the victory. 2K. Shoulder.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. No one can. Man, what a clothesline. Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Oh, my God.
He's looking fairly drained.
Extreme Rules takes an intense toll on the body. The longer this match goes, the worse it gets. Incoming!
Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup, 6'5".
Into the cover.
The feet are on the ropes. Come on. What a kick out.
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
Oh, stuck between the corner and a splash.
Things are heading ringside now.
And what's he looking for here?
He's got the table, and I can only imagine what he's thinking of doing with it.
Back into the ring now.
He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now? Taking to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count. Clubbing blow stifles the attack.
Uh-oh, headbutt. Nothing fancy there. Akam with a rough blow there.
He is determined to fight out of this predicament. Good golly, Miss Mo.
Big splash.
Oh, his body showing the effects of this match.
Yeah, Extreme Rules matches eventually take a toll on everyone.
Oh, sledgehammer.
This could be it. This could be the end. He's able to beat a 2 count.
Still has a great amount of fight in them. Not going to let it end.
Up they go.
Samoan Driver. Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase when we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, "Are you nervous about this?" She said, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history."
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you could feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There is a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella!
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase, become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. That's telling your opponent, you don't deserve to share this stage with me.
Ooh.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Needs to move quick here.
This might be your chance.
Ooh.
Kick from behind. Ouch. And now positioning the ladder on the turnbuckles.
That just made that corner even more dangerous territory.
German suplex. Knife edge chop echoing through the arena.
Strong elbow on the mark. Springboard kick, but not done yet.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms. Soaring!
Look at this, Byron.
Oh, that's going to sting your back.
Slipped through and escaped. That was pretty. Flair retaliating.
Ooh, merciless looking blow. Manhandle slam. Becky's got bad intentions in mind.
The contract that can change luck.
Becky Lynch has got it cinched in. It's in. Disarmer.
Using this submission to weaken the opponent. Smart strategy.
And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to battle.
And gets tossed back into the mat. And brings the ladder to the middle of the ring.
Perfect setup, Cole, but the job's only half done.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside. She's taking things back into the ring. Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but needs to move quickly. Trying to reach it. Trying to win.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
Looking for an inverted figure four leg lock. That's gotta hurt.
And she heads out to the floor. Obviously was in need of a breather.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time. Ladder's in position. Gonna make the climb.
She's in place. Can she end this here? Jumping suplex. And Charlotte was put in check there.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down.
Metal rope forearm on point.
She's been slowed down yet again.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
She's leaning the ladder in the corner. I've never seen anything good come out of this. Oh, God, face first. Target is set on Natty. She's in peril.
Knew what was coming there.
Lynch, she's thinking big. The damage is starting to affect her.
Destructive offense from Natalya. Watching.
Now it's Lynch.
The airtime. The fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside. History on the line. Guaranteed champion. This could be the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh. Sharpshooter applied.
She might want to tap here. Maybe her...
Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Oh, look at Becky. Down she goes.
Got the disarmer. And the agony has no reason to end as we see her tapping out in pain.
She goes under the ropes, back inside.
Oh, wrist clutch. Into an arm breaker. Nasty. Things are looking a little rocky for her.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging. Oof. Lynch from behind. Hook in, and the manhandle slam.
Kendo stick wrapped around the head.
Oh, she escapes the attack. There's the crucifix. Nicely done.
She can't possibly take any more.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point.
And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
And she just flipped the script of this match, courtesy of the table.
You got to feel for Tamina looking beaten down at this point.
She is really looking out of sorts here.
This is going to from the middle rope. Oh, what a splash!
Jumping knee strike on point.
Looking for more damage here. Release back suplex. Ouch. Samoan driver. She is trying to shake the cobwebs, but she can barely stand.
Becky with a takedown, looking for the disarmer. Can she cinch it in?
The disarmer is locked in.
Hyperextended knee.
She's tapping, but it doesn't matter at all in this situation.
Effective arm drag. The energy in here is palpable. Something truly special is unfolding. Charlotte Flair with a trademark chop and
Natural selection.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history, all with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch looking to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Bang! Backbreaker. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
Could be considered an unexpectedly rookie mistake from the veteran Natalya.
And Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
A contract that could change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
She's starting to feel the effects of that offense. Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? Oh, trying to grab it.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it.
That certainly seems to be having trouble up there.
And she's taking her claim on this ladder, putting up a fight. Looks to climb the top rope.
She's rising up, rising into a precarious position.
Sky high. Clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Taking a big risk here by
The boat, Natalya, doing what she does best. Sharpshooter applied.
Clearly not trying to win this one.
Very unique escape.
Perched on top. Oh. She wants to take this thing to the outside.
Why are they coming over here?
Lots of space and concrete, that's why. Ooh, sent straight into the ring post.
Charlotte clearly not thinking much of her opponent right here.
Drop kick from behind. She's looking wounded now.
Yeah, but when ladders were part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
Suplex. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Drop kick.
Right on the money. What's Carmella getting ready for?
Driving face first. He lost some of her stamina at this stage.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
Targeting the arm now. German suplex released.
Veteran confidence and mind games on display from Natalya. Natalya strikes with natty by nature. Oh, this is Natalya's wheelhouse.
The Hart family legacy lives on. Sharpshooter applied.
She is in excruciating pain.
Let's go for submission hold.
Not sure what she's got planned here.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
She's reaching for it.
It's just a matter of time now.
No room for error on top of the ladder.
Kick hits the mark. Oh.
And she's returning fire. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. And this one's taken to the outside. Returning back to the ring. Victory is within reach now.
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
3 seconds in. What's this, Corey?
I think they're looking for the Romero special.
Oh, no, it's
And
over.
it is.
She's stretching. Oh, can she get a win?
The longer this goes, the more likely.
She releases the hold.
No harm in changing things up if a submission isn't working the way you want it to.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. How much more can you take?
If she can turn things around here, I'll be speechless.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win?
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Is this the right time? Is this the career-making moment?
Tamina has it.
Fingertips.
Flair delivering the shot.
Holding on tight. This could be it.
Gentlemen, we are about to witness a...
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank,
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Oh figli, fammi ascoltare pure a me quello che dice Marco.
Constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary.
Oh figli, Marco che ha detto?
The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot
Sì,
on
Marco
the
che
Usos
ha
were the
detto?
premier team of the 2010. The Usos are the greatest team.
Ancora con il compleanno di Califa, amore.
Jimmy and Jay are poetry.
Abbiamo detto il compleanno di Califa è partito. Ora siamo a febbraio.
Savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure,
Però immagini che si fa di nuovo una festa per il prossimo compleanno. Cosa?
Against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between
Non ho
the
capito.
two, Jimmy and Jay ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment,
È vero, noi l'abbiamo già festeggiato tanto.
and so they would fight
E tu non
again
credi?
at WrestleMania 40. Jay Uso truly became
Non so,
and
quando
found his inner geek,
quella i
even
genitori
adding
di
another
Califa
tag
non
team
l'accompagnavano da
championship
nessuna
with
parte.
Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your
Perché
wise
se lo
man eventually would
accompagnavano
suffer as well,
tipo
Jimmy
a Bulli,
found himself betrayed by Solo Secondo, an
L'ultima domenica che
unceremoniously
siete andati era
out of
meglio.
Solo's version of the bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art.
Lo so.
They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever. The
Dovevamo
New Day.
festeggiare
From July to October
quella
of that
domenica che
year,
avevamo
the
stabilito di
SmackDown
andare a
Tag Team
Bullet
titles
e poi lui
would
non
change
era
hands
venuto.
4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams, but the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the
Ragazzi, dovremmo
to
tornare a
allow
Bullet
any
per
two of
mangiare
the three
là,
members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know
Dico,
for
dovremmo
sure
tornare a
who the
Bullet
opponents would be,
tutti,
with a
proprio
different
tutti
game plan needed
insieme.
for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the
La
New
prossima
Day
volta
would
stavo
offer to
dicendo.
defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you
No, ma a noi
down.
servono più
But
punti.
you've
Ma a noi
been
a noi
since
servirebbero
day
più
one.
punti.
Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you
No, non lo conosco.
inside Hell in a Cell.
Cavolo, però si potrebbe fare anche... Ma Marco l'ultima volta ha fatto anche quello con il calcio. Allora non ha fatto quello che...
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time Tag Team Champions?
Vabbè, comunque ieri il gioco era bellissimo. Ma hai fatto tutti i sogni stanotte? No, però la parte finale, dai, è stata bella. Tu hai visto solo la parte del fantastico, però se vedevi la parte finale mi mettevi a piangere a fare un atto olimpico.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
Pensa, domani non so cosa cucinerete a casa Viola.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in
Tu
a
sei
Cell.
curioso di sapere che cucinate?
493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Vabbè, magari sarà a sorpresa.
Tonight in Detroit,
Magari farete
welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
dei ravioli.
In every sport you hear about super teams. Well, tonight we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be
Fili,
special.
senti per dire, ma se tu provi a chiamare su Instagram, no?
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2 on 2.
Alessandro Borghese.
Outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's gonna go everywhere before that happens.
È vero, perché sabato non lo chiamiamo? Sabato. E noi lo chiamiamo. Vai, secondo me si sta chiamando di Alessandro Borghese.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
Ciao! Oggi cucineremo una ricetta buonissima. Dai, tu puoi diventare un match.
Team rules, a 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification. The Usos and the inside cradle applied, shoulders down. Only getting one out of that pin.
He's trying to get this done fast, looking to avoid going into deep waters.
You may refer to this as their
Capito, se tu diventi un match vero e proprio qui.
First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain, punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team.
Oddio, se diventare come Gordon. No, tipo il sogno tuo potrebbe essere quello di andare a Hell's Kitchen. Sei quello di Gordon Ramsay? Sì, c'è.
Step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
The Usos and the New Day want such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Ooh, Jimmy manages to counter.
From the outside, springboard frog splash.
Boom! Read that one.
Chest as well.
Woods has become relentless.
Talk about taking it to another level if you're the New Day. Big E and Woods are all business tonight.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote,
feeling nothing.
Yeah, love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Calling the lariat. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Oh, chin-breaking uppercut. Oh, God. Big E climbs. What's on his mind?
Taking flight. Oh, my gosh. Body splash.
Deadlifted clean off of the mat.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved.
Big E. Big ending. The New Day might be on the verge of return.
this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match where the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back and forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. But while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
The legs on a base that you do not want to lose.
Chopping down the tree at the base here.
Boom! And a stop to the gut, too. Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
You have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop someone like that.
Boom! Blistering shoulder block. The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title.
Uppercut. Jarring. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
The Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom with biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing too.
Oh, an uppercut right off the tooth. Oh, he had that scouted. Oh, what a right.
Man, that's some attitude behind it.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are these proverbial super teams in WWE.
With a big splash.
Oh. This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprising.
The New Day retain the title.
Here are your winners, and still the...
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match where the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a...
Oh,
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match where the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Our champion is getting rocked a little.
Jay's confidence really showed in that maneuver.
And the frenetic pace the New Day loves so much got a bit halted there.
Attacks like that one will continue to get Jay his respect.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell.
Jey Uso, got it hooked.
So many amazing matches. Well, the torque on the knee, rolling through now. Couple of kicks will break it.
alla fine tipo il travestito
Worked up, he'll make his way to the ring, and just planting them with that
da
DDT there. Oh, he saw it coming. Taking off from the ropes.
Getting the shoulder up before 2 tells me the end is not near.
And Jimmy able to reverse that. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering.
Up high, diving crossbody. Throwing all caution to the wind.
This is what it's going to take. You have to go all in if you want that title. Come on, we can have a new champ here. Keeps his team alive. What a save. Boom. All the talking we've heard leading into this match. We've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver it. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Put down face first.
Oddio, però aspetta, si danno un mazzo di prego.
Close fist connects. The challenger enduring the punishment.
The power of positivity. It's cinched in. This could be it. Oh my gosh. The New Day might be on the verge of retaining.
And into the cover. The New Day retain the title.
Here are your winners. And
Ma va, ma va,
It's not
ma
often that the
guarda, io
chief
lo
content
sapevo già.
officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Sì,
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know,
no, magari
we've
a
been
posto di
building a
quello
new
tutti
era
chiamano
in
te.
WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here
Potresti fare il
or an
co-conduttore.
outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be the superstar to lead us to that next level?
Sì,
Well, we're going to answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next
Oddio,
Monday.
potrei
It's
andarci
huge
io.
news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a chief content officer, I'm going to drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected number 1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the men's division for years to come. I've seen his potential for greatness already as
metto di fratello. No, ok.
as one of the biggest
Oppure
names on
potrebbe
SmackDown.
andare
They could be the next EST, the next
il
American
fratello.
or better yet,
Il fratello di Carifa che assomiglia a Bonoti.
the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's
Oppure
revolution.
Sounds like the CCO thinks one of
possiamo
SmackDown's
mandare.
top stars might be going number 1 overall.
I can't wait for
Ma
draft night.
quello. Oddio, ma quello Gai. Insieme alla Bianca. No, cavolo, però immagini ma quello Gai insieme alla Bianca che cosa fa? Cioè, cavolo, immagina cosa succede. La Bianca. No, che dice davanti su quale corsiamo, ciao amico. No, vabbè. No, però sarebbe bello da fare, però... Oh, però Filippo non si può. Dico, Bianca che poi dice, ciao gatto. Oppure, oppure sai che oppure tu sei muto. Sì, oppure Filippo c'ha anche idea. Potresti andare tu con Simone. Sì, però tu con Simone, dai, che... Dai, non penso che sia una bella idea. Tu con Simone poi...
Let me talk to you.
About what?
You might think you're a big deal.
You?
So you're not a dummy app?
Hey, glad we could find...
What do you mean?
He basically anointed you the first...
Well, it's not a guarantee.
True. Adam Pearce could do something stupid and select someone else.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh, and speaking of...
What are you getting at?
I know in the past you had... But things are different.
Yeah.
No problem. And hey...
It's a man who might be saying farewell to...
Oh Filippo, mi è venuta un'idea. Che
While Miz's opponent wants to showcase himself before the draft, you've
sai
got to
cosa
think he
possiamo
also
fare?
wouldn't mind getting a few last shots in on the A-lister as well.
Aspetta,
Sure, Cole. During Miz's stint as SmackDown general manager, it seems like he was more interested in making enemies than matches.
I don't think it was intentional, Corey. Some superstars are naturally gifted potential top draft picks. The Miz is a naturally gifted...
metti Radio Maria.
Stepped aside, avoiding damage.
Oh, poi Radio Maria, poi pensa... Oddio, pensa alle risate che faremo con Radio Maria. No, che sabato. Cosa? Come ti deve dire? Harry Potter. Harry Potter è finito. Va bene, buonanotte. Fammi sapere che cucinate domani. Vabbè, tanto ci chiamiamo dopo che sei uscito. Ok, ciao.
There's an old adage in the locker room, it's a favorite amongst us legends. WWE is all about moments. Moments that create memories. Moments that create any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back.
This is the first time that...
I'm loving this matchup. The best teams are...
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell. No tags, no counts, no disqualification. The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable. Shoulders down, pinning predicament. One count, and he gets his shoulder up.
Not quite.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap at the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
And Xavier Woods reverses. Heading back into the ring now.
Ooh. Boom. Lift off. Max handle from the middle ring.
And the action is shifting now into the a dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Boom! Uppercut.
That'll knock you silly.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Jimmy's own father was a member of it.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
Yeah, it doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood.
He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
A steel chair? Something we all know can be a devastating weapon.
Barrage.
Doling out as much damage as possible, looking to silence the challenger once and for all.
Damage starting to affect the challenger.
Yeah, New Day building up that quicker pace there.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. And into the pin, title on the line.
Oh man, ref couldn't get out of the way. I think this ref might be a little slow on the count. Oh, brutal forearm.
Oh, strong impact.
This power is unholy. Look at that for reps.
That is something else. Rough landing. What a headbutt.
Vicious. Float over. Into a DDT.
Fight.
There's the pin for the championship. Kicks out before the 2 count.
Shows that this is still anybody's match at this point. Uncorks a thunderous shot.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Looking for more damage here.
The champ goes for the cover. The challenger's able to kick out.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
Wards that off. What a response. Xavier Woods with a wheelbarrow face buster. And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
Surprised to not even get a 2 count at this point.
And he turned it around. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Producing a trampling.
Incredible reversal into a DDT. Oh, I love this guy. Couple punches, little body, fist up, get down. Bring it home. I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send a New Day to the hospital.
The two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
Clothesline. Oh, Lord, so effective.
And into the ropes and a sharp elbow to the back.
Big E may be thinking high risk. Again.
Really wear down your opponent.
Jimmy dodges out of that and slides back into the ring.
Clothesline.
Inverted suplex. Oh, to reverse that maneuver. It is. Snap suplex.
Cover. New champ incoming.
Almost beat the champ.
Every kick out taking so much energy to muster. Oh, ouch. Got out of the way. Ooh.
He's heading back to the ring.
Ooh. Super kick.
Going for the pin. Title on the line. And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Here are your winners, and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Hell in a Cell just became the Uso Penitentiary.
It was barbaric. It was volatile.
It lived up to the hype is what it did. The two greatest tag teams in the entire industry, raising the bar of competition inside the...
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown
first time ever we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself. Ruthless striking.
Uh-oh, she could be setting up for a submission here.
Got the leg snared in a submission.
The leg is up. Bayley retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
And not only has Bayley's record-setting reign continued with this defense, she finally, for the first time in her career, defeated Naomi.
We can't deny that Bayley's attitude change has only produced success after success.
Call Bayley anything you want, but do not, under any circumstances, forget to call her the champion.
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure.
Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get. Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up. The pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down. Fire with a straight shot there. Here we go. It's tough.
And firmly got, slugging away.
social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
She throws her back in. She's making the climb to the top rope. From the top rope.
Diving into a beautiful blockbuster.
Naomi is locked in on her opponent now. For the title, new champ. A kick out. You can see the frustration starting to build.
An emphatic kick out, and there's still a lot of game left here.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title.
From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
Bayley realizes that Naomi wants to pick up the speed of the matchup. The champion
From the top. Here comes Bayley.
crash landed.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. Wow, what a club.
Karana spiked them. That kind of agility is something that just might get the champ shook. When the challenger can come at you from all angles, that makes for a very dangerous situation.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. Being placed onto the top rope.
Naomi put a stop to that.
Ow!
Kick to the gut by Bayley. There's the rose plant.
Did the champ just close this out?
Into the pinfall for the victory. 3-2 count. Title still on the line.
It was almost just lights out on their championship dreams.
Let's see if that kick out was a spark, or is it the challenger's last gasp?
And you have to think how much of a setback that can be for Bayley. She now knows her best wasn't good enough there. Look at this. Bayley going up top. Up high.
Oh, back landing.
That's not what she had planned. Oh, man. Ooh.
Narrowly escaping. And there was some force on that move. Bayley turning up her aggression, showing that newer, vindictive side of her. Oh, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down and
Delivering nasty stomps. Now look at this laser focus. She's looking to put this to bed.
Shoved into the ropes and attacking the lower.
guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
She's taking things to the floor here. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Ouch.
Stop right in the gut. Bayley struggling to defend herself.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get. Oh, what a kick.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down. Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history.
Lock the arm drag, rolls through, pinning combination.
Keeps this title match going with the shoulder up before two.
Definitely looks in a hurry to finish things.
Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
Climbing up, she got something big planned here. From the top,
Look out below!
The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been in her career. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Takedown, and now punches right, man.
Oh, man. I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage.
And Bayley never saw that coming.
Back and forth, trading reversals.
Quick thinking from Naomi. Kick to the gut. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title.
The champion into the pin. She doesn't even get a count of one.
She's not done yet, but you have to believe that she's still in all sorts of trouble here.
Oh, she was ready with the counter. Naomi, fight.
This might be it.
And she fights it off.
Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going.
Bayley avoids the assault.
And she wisely heads back to the ring.
She leaves the ring, but she can be counted out here. Fends it off. Good counter. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Bayley left an opening for the counter.
Kick to the gut. Just a second.
Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Ouch.
Snap Merritt over.
Goes down low with the drop kick. Duking it out on the stage. This is wild.
This is dangerous. There is so much potential for this to go wrong.
Getting launched.
That is the champion demanding respect, saying I can control you anytime I want to.
If she's not careful, that's it. She'll be counted out.
Here she goes, sliding back into the ring.
That's right, Naomi. Keep bringing the glow.
Body slam slipped out.
Inverted DDT.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been in her career. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Snap Merritt over.
Goes down low with the drop kick.
Ooh! Oh, a kick! Wow!
Oof! The arm taking the brunt of that.
Trampling the opposition.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Are we heading towards a countout?
I hope not.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder.
Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
She heads out of the ring.
Needs to mind the official count.
Oh, that's gonna sting.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Devastating kick.
Attacking the arm.
Great way to break down your opponent.
Bayley showing no answer for the attack.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
Naomi looking highly motivated right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Alpha and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Alpha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Alpha after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Alpha, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Fonseca, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Fonseca, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Fonseca clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Fonseca, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Textbook scoop slam. Nicely done.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Fonseca, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it'll take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? Look, they're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Of Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad.
Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught.
Got him up.
Awesome atomic. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild.
Escape and a takedown.
What a reversal by Alpha.
Forearm club.
Oh, man. That blow might be a test of Bubba Ray's toughness.
Alpha coming at him with incredible intensity.
Oof. Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now. Pretty savage and gross way to go after someone.
Alpha never saw that coming.
That's using your head.
Turning the tables.
Oh!
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in the eye. Look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting the bell to eventually ring.
Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurled away. God.
Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one. Was only thinking about dominance.
Goes without saying, but a leg injury will hamper your ability to do just about anything.
Hitting the elbow drop.
He's taking a bit of damage from these blows. Alpha facing a bit of a roadblock there.
Stiff elbow will break that. Sit straight into the barricade.
Oh, he slammed his face right into the barricade. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary. And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Scaling the turnbuckle here. From the top.
Whoa, what a landing.
Putting it all on the line and coming out big with a breathtaking move.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Oh, no. This isn't going to be good.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners.
2-on-2 tables match here with the... 2-on-2 tables match here. Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see it.
Blast off!
Crashing to the floor.
What a spectacular misfire.
And that is why we say, don't try this at home, viewers, because of terrible miscalculations like that.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
And Devon didn't find a counter for that.
Yeah, that's Sika putting his in-ring acumen to good use.
Targeting the arm to great effect.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Turns that in his favor, right to the leg. Oh, this is nasty.
Somebody stop this competitor.
He might just be stalling for time here.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Oh, man.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
From the top.
And he's pulled the ring apron. I'm looking under there for something.
Oh, boy, come on, not the chair.